Hey everyone, my name is DeAndre. I'm 24 years old, and amongst all the other gifts that God has blessed me with, one of my favorites is writing and poetry. And tonight I want to share with you my gift of writing and poetry. One of the things that I love about being a writer is that I'm inspired by so many things to write. Whether it's a picture, whether it's a word, whether it's a person, whether it is um, an object. If I'm inspired to write about it, I'm going to write about it. In this particular case, I've been inspired to write in lieu of the Ferguson case verdict, in lieu of the little boy that's been shot and killed in Ohio, even in lieu of the Trayvon Martin case. One of the things that I've begun to realize is that my generation is so silent to a loud situation, and we speak out to one another in anger and frustration. We speak out to people through social media, but we don't actually come together and say, there's not been one person who's said, I'm going to be the voice, and we have to come together and figure out a way how we can stop this, how we can preserve lives instead of losing them. One of the things that I've realized is that we act out of violence because we're angry and we're frustrated. But through those acts of violence, we actually lose more lives than we gain respect. Um, so through this piece, it's a series of questions that I thought about and put it through poetry because I wanted to ask my generation. I wasn't sure why no one's willing to be that voice that we need. No one's willing to speak up about the situation. So I pray that you enjoy this. And if so, please like it, please share it, please let other people hear it, let their thoughts be heard, let your children hear this, let your nephews and cousins and younger siblings hear this piece because it's certainly something that we need to think about. It's called Answer Me This. Answer me this. Why is it that when tragedy reigns, violence is the one that answers? And why are so many of us plagued with the mindset, woe is me, but we're slow to speak, and yet we turn to post pictures of our frustration through IG and spit out 140 characters of anger through a tweet while trying to confront others of a situation by saying, Facebook me. No, take a seat while you answer me this. Why are we not teaching the next generation how to be free, but instead through our actions we seem to be teaching them the true meaning of captivity? Yes, I said it. We as a people are bound and have given ourselves a name change so that we're now known as victim. And not once do we take responsibility. Instead, we blame it on the system. Answer me this. If the justice system was called the Just Us system, would you still feel like it failed? Would you still be walking around like a martyr as if it were to a cross that you were nailed? Answer me this. Why is it that the death of Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown has only brought forth the type of unity that exposes belligerence? No one focused on vigilance. Everyone's focused on the protest, but no one's focused on deliverance. Answer me this. How can we change it? It's not rocket science. If we could just stop the defiance and get with the peace to build an alliance, we can break the silence and speak up to stop the violence. But who's brave enough? Bullets flying, young ones dying, and parents burying their children. They can't keep from crying. Answer me this. When we realize that it's not okay that our peers are gone in a wink, we must get it together. I don't want us to be the first generation to become extinct because you see, the more that hate grows, the more love is starting to shrink. It stinks because no one is brave enough to be the voice of today. That's the missing link. Indeed, it's like we want change to be, but no one's willing to be the change we want to see. Answer me this. When will enough be enough? Black boys priding themselves at gang banging with the Bloods and the Crips, not realizing that blood stands for the bloodbath given to those who don't cooperate, and Crip is for crippling those they can't annihilate. Black young girls priding themselves in being fast, some doing it for cash because in this race of losing your virginity, they don't want to be last. Answer me this. When are we going to speak up as a people desiring true freedom? And when are we going to speak out and bring unity to the chaos? When are we going to stop hiding behind the social media and truly let our voice be heard? Answer me this. Are your parents hugging you out of fear or out of love? To my generation, we say we've had enough, but I'm calling the bluff. We must stop putting up with this stuff. And until we move from rioting to rallying to be the change we want to see, we will never ever see the change we want to be. Thank you.